Yeah, leave it in. Yeah, leave it in enhance. Okay, got a dear me, stock standard, straight out the factory, more or less. But it's a 4500. Okay, the standard Minelab Double D coil, and that is a 0.1. And that's a 0.05.
Maybe if you like just on it.
Yeah, literally you got to scrape the coil on top of that target. Now this detector's been, you reset this back to factory default, didn't you?
Yep.
So it's factory default settings. It's got our audio booster speaker up there and one of our batteries on it. It's no big deal, doesn't alter anything much.
And then it's got what would be deep.
What would be deep, yeah.
Enhance, tracking,
yeah,
double D.
Yeah, it's got one of those weird stickers on it.
That keeps showing up.
Yeah, it keeps showing up. Don't know what for, you know.
Settings, secrets.
It's like, I don't know. I don't know what, it just confuses the hell out of me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's written on the detector what the switches are for. Why would you put a sticker over it with different meanings and leave things out and whatever else? I don't know. It just got me beat. Yeah, so anyway, that's a standard GPX 4500, and yeah, if you want to know the truth, I wouldn't go detecting with it. Next detector. We'll get a whole car full of detectors here, but they won't be left in the car because they won't be there in the morning. We're even got a poo brown, what is it? GFX. GFX 7000, which is basically a Chinese knockoff of the GPX 4500, and they're the ones that people buy, but yeah, you got to get a whole heap of stuff in it changed because they put the most cheapest parts into it, and it's an insensitive, noisy bucket of, what colour it is? Brown. It's a good way to put it, isn't it? Okay, that's standard.
This man's box.
You don't muddle them up because I won't know what's what. What's that one?
That's that strange thing that we repaired.
Okay.
It's a strange connector.
Yeah, test it anyway. We might as well test it. Yeah. This detector, we'll call this, it says it's a GPX 4500, but I'm going to call this Unknown Origins because it looked like a genuine article, but there's parts of it that didn't look like a genuine article. I'm leaning towards it might be a Chinese knockoff. Now there's probably about 10 factories in China making these, and you know there's probably one factory selling to you know, Australia and the US, and there's another one selling over to Africa, and another factory probably selling into the Russians and whatever else. Who knows? We've seen a lot of funny detectors come through the door. Okay, factory default.
Tracking enhanced deep.
Woo.
So noisy.
Why is it so noisy? It's. I don't think it's a genuine detector. What? What?
No coil.
Oh. The coil ain't plugged in. That'll make the front end go nuts.
This is what happens when you don't sleep.
You'd think that having a coil not connected would make the detector quiet, but it doesn't. The coil's a discharge path for currents in the detector, and yeah, they're drifting up and down and triggering, well, you know, wobbling the poor input stage. So it might work better this time with a coil connected. Well, that sounds better. See, right, still pretty crappy on that tiny one. You got it in enhance?
Yep.
Yeah.
Same settings as before.
Same settings. Okay. Factory default, same settings. That's what we used on the other one. Well, it can hear that. Hang on, I'll get closer because you'll never hear the audio from where I was standing. About the same as the other one.
Yeah.
So, you
But
know,
it's still funny. Doesn't look right. Doesn't look right.
you got a lot of threshold running in the back on that too.
Yeah.
But you know, the proof of the pudding, does it ground balance? Does it get rid of these targets down here? And you know, that tub of ironstone pebbles is probably just about impossible to null out. That's what I'd expect for that lot. It's not just ironstone, there's other stuff in there as well, which is really reactive. We only did that to confuse the detectors. But yeah. Well, it's done a pretty good job on getting rid of those. We wouldn't bother trying to get rid of that on normal mode. You'd never do it.
Good enough?
Yeah, that works. It's fine. Yeah. Just do a bit of a panoramic. All into the sun. This is a good place. It's called No One Disturbs You. So we're down a little bit of a sort of a valley, you know, we've got a bit of hill cover there, and it goes up over there. So yeah, we're trying to block out you know, stray you know, any sort of radio waves or telephone, you know, signals, except for this. This is on actually. I've got 2 bars on 4G here, so can't get rid of it all, but it's better than being near power lines. There's no power lines here, which is good.
Which one do you want next?
I don't know. Try a mystery. Let me have a look. Why don't we try no ears?
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, yeah. We got this detector, right? It's called no ears because someone chopped the legs off it. We call them ears. I don't know why, but yeah, it wasn't me. I'd rather my detector stand up when I put it down rather than lie it down. But yeah, this has been kicking around for a while. No ears. No ears has had a lot of stuff done to it, so it will be interesting to see how it performs. Just a what is it called? Canvas bag on it?
No idea.
I don't know. It's
Modified.
It's had a bit of a wear on it. Yeah, it's had yeah. My missus put these straps on it. These whatever they are. It's elastic, thick elastic, and you can slide your batteries in your booster and just stay on the side of the detector. And we're getting we're getting an invasion of mosquitoes again here because it has been pretty wet, and I've got my what I call this mosquito rooter, right? And I'll give us a bit of a spray. Oh shit! Let's breathe that in. There we go.
Okay. Deep enhance.
You got enough on you. I think I can smell you from a mile away.
Where's all? Do you want to set this up?
No, just set it up as per usual.
Well, it's got gain and everything on it.
Oh, it has got gain on it, hasn't it? Yes.
I'll set
It's been
it up.
so wet in Victoria. I think this is probably the third sunny day we've seen since basically the start of winter to now. It's just been raining and raining and raining.
Is the tuning done in this?
Yeah, it is, I think. I'm not sure. You can tell by just turn it and see if it might not be.
Might not be.
Well, it's very stable if it is. No, you're going up in frequency?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it is done because you're compressing the spread. Anyway. This is a version of a highly modified GPX 4500. Is it in enhance or is it?
Yeah, it's enhanced.
Okay. How's it going?
I don't know. It's a random level.
It could be full bore. Put it about half or 3/4 or something. Mm. You got the thing plugged in, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't like them. So that's like all the way down.
That's weird in itself. What about the big pile? Might have the frequency too high. What's the frequency on?
I just turned it all the way up.
Oh, 255. Yeah. You're going to be
I was curious
short.
as to how it...
Sounds deaf.
Where do you want it?
Try 180 or something like that. It's not in cancel still, is it? Oh, that's better. But, yeah. It bangs away on that okay. It's that junk junk target.
It's a weird one.
I don't know. I think this might need a... That one, it picks up the phone, I think. But I think you have to go through the menus, make sure everything is... just give me a look at this thing. Oops. Let's put the tracking up a little bit. Don't know if it make any difference, really. Motion slow, what do we got? I always put motion on very slow. But anyway, it just gets rid of some of the noise. I think no ears might need to go to the doctor. I haven't used it for, God, so long. I think it's been sitting around for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. But, oh dear me. Actually, if we want some real performance, I think what we need to do is get the latest one out, which I can't remember which one it is even. Well, it's actually going quite well on those tiny targets, but yeah, doesn't want to ground balance properly. Okay. Try this one.
It performs a hell of a lot better in cancel.
Yeah, okay. I know what that is.
Like, so that's cancel, with
Blue.
the gain at the same level, doesn't care.
I know what it is.
And on this,
Blue and white, blue and purple, violet, whatever you want to call it. Wires are crossed over.
there we go.
That's why it's doing that. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So this one here is, dear me, this is a very old detector. God, how old's this one? 2008 or something, I think. Would it be that old? It's had a lot of stuff done to it. You can see written on it. Oops, nearly dropped the phone. It's called Mr. Velcro because it's covered in Velcro. So we stick everything on it, but we can still put it in a bag, cover, whatever. This one I've never had it out in the field. It's been too wet, so this is our first time. And the ground here is saturated anyway, because if you actually stand on the ground and look, I don't know if you can see that, but water comes out the ground. If I just do that there, you can see it's just wet. So the whole ground's saturated with water, which makes it pretty tough on the ground balance anyway. This will be interesting, this one. Yeah, this is going to be okay, all right? It's going to be very interesting. No one's got a detector like this one. This one, it's either going to kill the pig or kill itself. One or the other. We'll just see. Never been on the ground.
A bit chattery, but
Where's the gain?
I don't know, I just left it wherever it was.
It's pretty up full.
Okay.
The gain's up full. And that's doing all right on that. And a small one is a bit chattery. Don't know why. That detector should not be chattery at all. Unless there's something around here we don't know about. Well, unless it's this thing doing it.
No, the gainers are not full.
Are you going down or up?
Down.
There you go.
It's very sharp.
Yeah, it is. It is sharp. I actually designed it to be sharp.
The manual tuning's on 175. Is that
Oh, you can make it higher than that. I think that'll handle anything you throw at it. But it's pretty hard to hear, isn't it, on this?
I'll turn it up. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Make sure it. Okay. That's quite sweet. Now we can get the small target. Oops.
It's better than the SDC on that, so
Yeah.
that's what you would want. It is Cheshire.
It's not this, is it? We're coming close.
Don't know.
So, oh, you got it up the top. Okay.
Yeah, I just tuned it up because I wanted to see.
You're pushing the limits, okay?
Yeah, what you can get out of it.
Okay.
It doesn't give a shit about
Well, there you go.
it. Care whatsoever.
It doesn't care about hot rocks. That's a good thing.
Fantastic. You'll get that without scraping it on it, but that's probably like the limits of the coil, really.
Oh, I forgot the yeah, the SDC coil's what? Just little mono, isn't it? From memory. What's that? 8-inch? I don't know.
Fascinating.
Well, that kills that 0.1. That's awesome, actually.
That's sensitive extra though. I switched it over.
Oh,
for
okay. I was going to say.
Yeah, sensitive extra. It won't ground balance quite as well, but
Well, you're on top of the purized ironstone, so that's picking up like about twice as far as the normal standard Minelab. What are you doing? Is that on sensitive extra?
yeah.
What about enhance? I usually use enhance as my yardstick on everything I do.
No, I use sensitive extra when I just use the things.
Okay. It's hard to see on the angle. Still gets it all right.
Yeah, and enhanced does not even care.
No, enhance is good. Get through the hot rocks. You know. I don't think you'll be able to get that out, but you can try. If you're running up the high frequencies too.
That's pretty good though. Bloody hell.
Yeah, where'd you got the gain on it? On the front?
Oh, right up.
Right up?
Yeah, I'll turn it off and I'll tell you what the rest of the turn is so I don't have to listen to it squawk.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, it'd probably be like 4/5.
Okay. Well, that's alright, I'm quite amazed. So at about half gain, it should be...
Yeah.
Half gain, still more than what the standard Minelab's got, so...
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that one performs admirably. With the legs just...
Yeah, I think something wrong with
in need of a
that.
surgery.
Yep.
What else have we got? We can always test this, whatever the hell this crap is.
Oh, yeah, try that. That was... We tested that and it was noisy, remember?
Oh, God, I know. I'm trying to put it out of my mind.
It's funny, you sort of don't realise how hard it is to detect very small gold. I mean, you know, anything like 5 grams and up, I mean, oh God, even 2 grams and up, 1 gram even, I haven't even got a gram, it's 0.1 of a gram. You know, those sort of targets scream on these detectors, you know.
We should really bring out larger targets.
Well, the thing is,
everyone keeps using these tiny little things.
Yeah, tiny little targets. Yeah, exactly. We should go to the test site and do it on the holes in the ground and that. But
Coke cans again.
The biggest problem with pulse induction detectors is the amount of time decay from when it stops transmitting, and it, you know, by the time the receiver turns on, it allows for the back EMF to die off to a minimal level. Ground minerals to die off, and just the way the whole thing works, you know, close on, 15 microseconds has gone past, and the small targets, you can't actually hear them. They're outside the detection window. So pulse induction detectors in themselves really should not be used for very, very tiny gold. You're better off with a VLF. I mean, the thing's detecting in real time. There's no, have to wait for all this electronics to switch and ground stuff to die off. It does it as you go. So, yeah, I think a lot more could be done.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Notice it's not noisy, as like it was at the other place.
I think that just...
Power lines.
A lot of power lines.
Yeah.
I was doing better on this than you'd expect.
Yeah, but I want to see what the sensitivity is like on targets.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You wouldn't dig it.
But it will get it if you
like. If you had headphones on and got rid of the trees and that, maybe. But,
But the...
Yeah, 0.1's alright.
Well, the funny thing is that's after it's been operated on, far better.
Yeah, this one had surgery done on it.
Yeah, this is the one that's...
We had to remove the Chinese bits.
Yes.
Some of the parts, I'm not joking, there's ceramic capacitors in these detectors, right? You touch them with a soldering iron, they break in half. I've never seen that before.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's not like the previous one, but the 45s that we tested first.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
The response isn't as snappy, but...
That's what we call the brown one.
Yeah, you wouldn't throw it down a mine
shaft. Frick, what's that?
In frustration.
Attacked by a stick in the shin.
At least it's not marshmallows this time.
Yeah, there you go. Is that brown thing?
Alright, what's next?
This is just educational on these brown things. It just shows everyone that, you know, the you-know-who's knocked off the you-know-whats and started, you know, doing a bit of copying.
Good. Done. This is the last one. What's the story with this?
That's a stock standard Minelab.
Oh, okay.
Never been touched. We got 2 stock standard Minelabs, and we use them as a reference against each other, and then we use, you know, just make sure nothing ever changes, and then we use one as a reference against any detectors that we upgrade. So if you can beat the standard Minelab, you're doing all right. Oops. Yeah, can't get away from where humans have been, can you? Thought there was nothing here. Oh, there you go, it's a campfire. Oh, dear me. A rusted can from don't know how old that is. But there's not that much here. If you want to know where this spot is, it's on the, what would we be? I'm just trying to think. North eastern side of the White Swan Reservoir, just out of Ballarat. Somewhere on the way towards Creswick, but not Creswick. So I don't even know what the area here is called. But it's good for testing detectors. You don't get disturbed. Oh, Dave's got the other one going. We'll better see what's happening. Okay. Get closer so we can hear it. Or not. Battery's fallen out the sleeve.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. She didn't make them tight enough. Oh yeah, it's a small battery, isn't it? Yeah, that explains that. She made it for my big battery.
That's alright on that.
Is that in enhance?
Yes.
Good.
But on this one here, it's you've really got to get it close to get it to.
You got to rub it. Hmm. Mm. Mm. I don't think you'd be able to null them right out anyway.
It doesn't want to do that one.
No, there's one of those rocks that's really nasty. It's not ironstone, it's something else.
One of the previous ones did it nicely.
Oh, it depends. Depends on where the frequency's set because of, you know, nulls in detection windows and stuff like that.
I suppose. Okay. Anyway, standard. Yeah, it's standard. It's got like
Everything. Yeah, you reset the standard. Yeah, I think I always leave those ones as standard.
Anyway.
Factory reset. So, which detector do you think is the best one out of all the ones we've done?
That one probably. Whatever's in this one.
That one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
and the experimental one needs an operation.
Oh, that's an old experimental one.
And the I expected more sensitivity out of these.
Now the old SDC2300s.
Yeah. Everyone rants and raves about the sensitivity.
I did.
It's a bit.
I did have my big battery.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, see, I had my big battery.
That's alright.
Yeah. How many of these have you made, Dave? Dave makes these.
Too many.
He puts regulators in and all sorts of stuff, and yeah, they this is one of the old ones. I've had this for ages.
Yeah, the new ones have USB ports on the bottom.
Yeah, they got Dave said that the new ones.
Meter.
The new ones have a voltage meter and a USB port.
Yeah.
So this battery I've got here, this has lasted me. This is the only battery I've got actually, because I think I had some others and that we run out of batteries and had to sell them to customers. But this one here, I don't know. This must be 5 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about 5 years old on this battery, and it just works like the day I got it.
Slow charger.
Yeah.
Don't
fast charge them. It wrecks them. You overnight charge that battery, and I use it every day. I have it on the detector every day on the bench. So, God, you think about it, like I probably get 2 days out of it. You want to do the years, then you start doing the days and halve it, and then it's a hell of a lot of days. Full days with those lithium batteries.
All right. Well, I reckon we're done. We can't leave our precious rocks behind.
Don't leave the rocks behind. We'll never ever be able to replace them unless we go over to WA.
No.
Well, those are a little bit closer. They came from what's the name of the place? Great Western, somewhere out that way. There's a big area of just ironstone pebbles out there. It's just, you can't detect on it. You have to really dumb your detector down to detect. It's it's like 6 inches, 12 inches, 30 centimeters. Quick recalc in depth of these pebbles, but there's gold between the pebbles. So. I think I actually had another detector there. I'd done a whole heap of stuff too, and I should have grabbed it too, but I didn't have it in its box, and I wanted to get out before the sunset, so I'll have to do that another day. We'll come back here because it's a nice...
it's a good spot.
Yeah. It's actually a really good gold area too. Yeah. There's a lot of gold around Creswick, between Creswick and Ballarat. You've got to keep away from those... if you see volcanic domes around a place, like little hills, just nice rounded hills, don't go around there. All you'll find is potatoes, and there's no gold around those areas. Get away from that, and rule of thumb, if you see those any sort of outcropping hills, I have a rule of thumb actually, 3 to 5 kilometres from it usually is a gold area. It's probably the way the ground cracks open and pressures and whatever else happened millions of years ago. But it's my rule of thumb. It seems to work actually. You see a big outcrop, a mountain or anything, you probably, might be lucky to find stuff on the hills of the mountain, but 3 to 5k away, bang. I'm giving away my secrets anyway. Okay, we're ready to go?
I think so.
No more testing?
There's nothing, unless you want to turn things on again that have been turned on.
No, I think I've got a fair idea of what's doing with what.
Huh?
I've got a fair idea of what's what. Anyway, that's our, oh God, look at that. Nearly 40 minutes of verbal dribble.
Go.
Anyway, that's our fun for the day. We're getting out of here before the sun goes down and we get lost. Okay, bye.